What secret pact did Drew and Jonathan make at 19? Why did they never discuss their bagpipe battles? What's behind their mysterious twin telepathy? Uncover the truth now. Drew Scott, the polished property brother, dazzles on HGTV, but what's he hiding about his bond with twin Jonathan? Beyond their TV banter lies a relationship packed with secrets nobody knows. Were they really clowns together as kids? Did they share a teenage real estate empire? What fuels their unspoken rivalry? We always suspected their twin connection ran deeper than open concept kitchens, unveiling a brotherhood that's more complex than you ever imagined. A lanky Canadian kid, barely 8 years old, juggling at a local parade dressed as a clown named Curly. Fast forward 4 decades, and that same kid is now Drew Scott, one half of HGTV's powerhouse duo, the Property Brothers. Known for his sharp suits, real estate savvy, and charming banter with his identical twin Jonathan, Drew has transformed countless fixer-uppers into dream homes on screens worldwide. But beneath the polished TV persona lies a treasure trove of untold stories and quirky facts that even die-hard fans haven't uncovered. Most kids at 8 are busy with schoolyard games, but Drew Scott was already a budding businessman. Alongside his twin Jonathan, he donned a clown costume, complete with a red nose and oversized shoes, to perform as Curly at local parades and birthday parties in Vancouver. The gig wasn't just for fun, it was a paid job that raked in up to $50 an hour in the 1980s. Drew and Jonathan, under their father's nudge to get a job, trained as apprentice clowns after spotting an ad promising parade hires. "We thought, that sounds awesome," Drew recalled in an interview. Their act included juggling, balloon animals, and slapstick humor, delighting crowds and filling their piggy banks. But the clowning was just the start. At 7, Drew co-founded Jam Enterprises with Jonathan and their mother, Joanne. Their product? Decorative nylon-covered hangers sold door to door. The hangers caught the eye of a buyer for a chain of American-themed stores in Japan. And soon, the Scott twins were shipping thousands overseas. This early hustle set the tone for Drew's lifelong knack for spotting opportunities and turning ideas into reality, skills that would later fuel his real estate empire. In high school, Drew wasn't just the tall kid in the back of the class. He was a basketball prodigy. Standing at 6'4" by his teens, Drew dominated the court at Thomas Haney Secondary School. His athletic build and competitive streak made him a standout, and he dreamed of a sports career. But a pivotal moment shifted his path. Recognizing that his height, while impressive, wouldn't guarantee a spot in the NBA, Drew pivoted to academics. He enrolled at the University of Calgary, majoring in kinesiology with a minor in mathematics. A combo that screams, "I'm not just a jock." This decision wasn't just practical, it was strategic. Drew's kinesiology studies honed his understanding of human movement, which later informed his approach to designing functional home spaces. His math minor, it sharpened his analytical skills, crucial for crunching real estate numbers and negotiating deals. Few fans know that the guy charming clients on Property Brothers once dissected biomechanics and solved calculus problems, laying the groundwork for his meticulous approach to home buying. Here's a shocker, Drew Scott is a martial arts master. He holds a second-degree black belt in karate and was a Canadian national karate champion in his youth. Starting karate as a kid alongside Jonathan, Drew competed in tournaments across Canada, showcasing discipline and agility that rivaled his basketball prowess. His competitive edge shone through in sparring matches, where he earned medals and respect in the dojo. This martial arts background isn't just a cool footnote, it shaped Drew's work ethic and resilience. The focus required to perfect a kata or land a precise kick translates to the precision he brings to real estate deals and TV production. Next time you see Drew calmly navigating a client's budget meltdown on Property Brothers, picture him channeling the zen of a karate champion. Before HGTV, Drew had his sights set on Hollywood, or at least Vancouver's thriving film scene. As a teenager, he performed in theater, improv, and sketch comedy, honing a charisma that's now his TV trademark. His first screen role came in 1990, playing Kevin in an episode of the Canadian series Madison. Small parts followed, including a blink and you'll miss it role in Smallville and a stint on Breaker High. Drew's acting chops weren't limited to drama. He and Jonathan modeled underwear in their early 20s, strutting their stuff in catalogs with the confidence of future TV stars. Why didn't Drew become the next Ryan Gosling? Real estate called louder. In college, he and Jonathan started flipping houses, buying their first property across from the University of Calgary for $250 down. They sold it for a $50,000 profit, a windfall that hooked Drew on real estate. Acting took a back seat. but his performance skills shine through in every Property Brothers episode, where he plays the polished realtor to Jonathan's rugged contractor. Those early headshots and auditions, they were the rehearsal for a different kind of spotlight. Drew's Scottish heritage isn't just a fun fact, it's a passion he's embraced since childhood. Growing up, he and Jonathan were competitive bagpipe players, channeling their clan's tartan pride. Drew's nimble fingers mastered the chanter, and he performed at Highland Games and local events, often in a kilt. Jonathan claims he won more medals, but Drew's love for the bagpipes ran deep, tying him to his father Jim's Scottish immigrant roots. This musical talent isn't something Drew flaunts on HGTV, but it's a testament to his versatility. Bagpiping requires lung power, rhythm, and patience, qualities that mirror his ability to juggle multiple TV shows, business ventures, and a growing family. Fun fact, Drew's love for Scottish culture extends to his palate. He's a fan of haggis, the traditional dish of sheep's heart, liver, and lungs, which he and Jonathan savored as kids. Bet you didn't see that coming from a guy who now lives in sleek LA mansions. Long before Property Brothers, Drew was flipping houses as a college student. At 19, he and Jonathan bought their first fixer-upper near the University of Calgary, using a $250 down payment scraped together from their savings. With sweat equity and a knack for spotting potential, they renovated and sold the property for a $50,000 profit, an astronomical return for two kids barely out of high school. This wasn't a one-off. The twins kept flipping, building a portfolio that became Scott Real Estate, Inc. What's lesser known is how close they came to crashing. During the 2008 housing market collapse, their real estate ventures took a hit. Drew's resilience, honed by years of karate, basketball, and entrepreneurial gambles, kept them afloat. They pivoted to media, pitching Property Brothers to HGTV, a move that turned their side hustle into a global brand. Drew's teenage gamble on real estate wasn't just luck, it was the foundation of an empire now worth an estimated $200 million. Drew's passion for the planet is one of his best-kept secrets. While fans see him demoing walls and staging homes, few know he's a dedicated environmentalist. He and his wife, Linda Fan, are vocal about sustainability, incorporating eco-friendly materials into their Scott Living furniture line and advocating for green building practices. Drew's interest in environmentalism deepened during his kinesiology studies, where he explored the intersection of human health and the environment. In 2019, Drew and Linda launched their podcast, At Home with Linda and Drew Scott, where they've discussed topics like zero-waste living and solar energy. Drew has also partnered with organizations like Habitat for Humanity to build sustainable homes. His dream? To renovate the planet, as he told House Beautiful. This green streak isn't just a trend, it's a core part of Drew's identity, rooted in his love for Canada's natural landscapes and a desire to leave a better world for his kids. In 2017, Drew surprised fans by joining season 25 of Dancing with the Stars, partnered with pro Emma Slater. He wasn't just a reality star cashing in, Drew was a natural. His jive performance, complete with a mid-routine cameo by Jonathan, earned high scores and fan adoration. Drew finished fourth, impressing judges with his footwork and charm. What's the secret? He and Linda dance to at least one song daily, a ritual that keeps their marriage playful and Drew's moves sharp. Lesser known is Drew's lifelong love for dance. As a kid, he'd choreograph routines with Jonathan, often to 80s pop hits. His Dancing with the Stars stint wasn't a fluke, it was the culmination of years of grooving in private. Drew's philanthropy is another facet that flies under the radar. He and Jonathan have partnered with organizations like Habitat for Humanity, St. Baldrick's Foundation for Pediatric Cancer Research, and Michelle Obama's Let's Read, Let's Move initiative. One standout moment, in 2013, the brothers hosted an event at the National Building Museum in Washington, D.C. with then Secretary of Education Arne Duncan. They led hundreds of kids in games that blended reading with eco-friendly building lessons, showcasing Drew's knack for making learning fun. Lesser known is Drew's personal commitment to animal welfare. An avid dog lover, he's often seen with his and Linda's pups on social media. Drew supports rescue organizations and has spoken out about adopting pets. His advocacy stems from childhood on a horse farm, where he cared for animals alongside his brothers. This quiet dedication, far from the HGTV cameras, paints Drew as a man who uses his platform for good. not just glamour. Drew's journey to fatherhood is a deeply personal chapter that's not widely discussed. He and Linda welcomed their son, Parker, in May 2022, but the road wasn't easy. The couple faced fertility challenges, a topic they've shared sparingly to inspire others. In a 2022 interview, Drew described the emotional roller coaster, saying, "It was a long journey, but every moment was worth it." Their second child, born in 2024, further cemented Drew's role as a devoted dad. What's lesser known is how fatherhood has reshaped Drew's priorities. He scaled back on some TV commitments to spend mornings building block towers with Parker or reading Dr. Seuss books, Linda's favorite. Drew's Instagram stories occasionally reveal these tender moments, like Parker helping with a toy tool set, a nod to the Scott family's building legacy. This shift from TV star to hands-on dad is a quiet evolution, showing a side of Drew that's more about legacy than limelight. If you thought Drew's on-screen polish was his only vibe, think again. He's a Halloween fanatic. Every October, he and Linda go all out, crafting elaborate costumes that rival a Hollywood set. Past looks include Jessie and Woody from Toy Story, Zombies, and even a steampunk duo. Drew's love for the spooky season traces back to childhood, when he and Jonathan would transform their Maple Ridge farm into a haunted maze for neighbors. "We'd scare the pants off everyone," Drew told HGTV. Drew's not just a TV star, he's a tech enthusiast pushing the boundaries of real estate. In 2019, he and Jonathan launched the Property Brothers Home Design app, a game that lets users virtually renovate homes. The app, downloaded millions of times, reflects Drew's vision for democratizing design. "Everyone should feel empowered to create their dream space," he told Forbes. He's also explored augmented reality, AR, for home tours, letting buyers walk through properties remotely. Lesser known is Drew's fascination with smart home tech. His LA home is a testing ground for voice-activated lights, energy-efficient thermostats, and even a robotic lawnmower. He's partnered with brands like Nest and Tesla to integrate these gadgets into Scott Living products, blending style with sustainability. This techie side, often overshadowed by his TV persona, positions Drew as a forward thinker in a traditional industry. Before TikTok, there was Vine, and Drew was a mini-star on the 6-second platform. In the mid-2010s, he and Linda posted quirky vines, think Drew lip-syncing to NSYNC or staging fake real estate bloopers, that racked up thousands of views. These clips showcased his comedic timing, honed through years of improv and sketch comedy. "Vines were our playground," Drew told Us Weekly. What's obscure is how these vines shaped his TV presence. The quick wit and relatability he perfected online now define his banter on Property Brothers, where he often tosses zingers at Jonathan or clients. One gem, a vine where Drew sells a cardboard box as a cozy studio for $1 million, poking fun at sky-high real estate prices. These micro videos are a time capsule of Drew's humor, a side fans rarely see on HGTV's polished sets. At 46, Drew's not slowing down, but he's thinking about legacy. He and Jonathan recently launched Builder Brothers, a children's book series inspired by their childhood adventures. The books, like Builder Brothers' Big Plans, teach kids about teamwork and creativity through stories of young Drew and Jonathan fixing up tree houses. "We want to inspire the next generation," Drew told Publishers Weekly. The series, a bestseller, is a love letter to their roots and a way to give back. Lesser known is Drew's mentorship of young entrepreneurs. Through Scott Brothers Global, he quietly advises startups, sharing lessons from his own journey. He's also exploring documentary filmmaking, with a rumored project about sustainable architecture. These endeavors show a man looking beyond fame, focused on impact. As Drew told Adweek, success isn't just about what you build, it's about what you leave behind. Drew Scott is more than a TV realtor with a megawatt smile. He's a clown-turned entrepreneur, a karate champ, a bagpipe virtuoso, and a dad who dances daily with his wife. From flipping houses at 19 to building a $200 million empire, his journey is a masterclass in reinvention. The next time you watch Property Brothers, look past the open concept kitchens. See the kid who sold hangers to Japan, the teen who flipped his first house, the dad who dreams of a greener planet. Drew Scott isn't just a property brother, he's a one-man phenomenon, and now you know the secrets that make him unforgettable. What's next for Drew? Only time, and maybe a new country single, will tell.